시원해. 시원해요.
정국이 여기서 보니까 왔고 자살한다. 여기서 보니까 정말 수중 생물 같지 않아?
This is YouTube. So if I wanted to walk this one.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're back in this amazing facility. It's Kilo here. It's a private facility in Las Vegas. Actually, the only private facility in Vegas. And I come here for a number of different reasons. The equipment is great. The ambience, the atmosphere, us as individuals to really focus on what we really need to be doing when we're applying ourselves. Now today, obviously Jarvis and obviously the mass in the background there to my right hand side. We are just under 15 weeks out from this year's Mr. Olympia. It's going to be a chest workout, isometrically connecting. So when I say isometrically connecting, what I mean by that is not just the fact that we're going to be doing isometric movements. Even then when we go on to compound movements, we are really going to be isolating those pecs.
자비스가 선을 잡았어. 고수도 그렇지. 많이 성장했어. I think this year, Miss Olympia, I mean especially 212, is gonna be like freaking chaos.
Oh, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
The standard's going to be very high.
Yeah. 베가스는 워낙 건조해서 물을 중간중간 많이 안 마셔주면 진짜 근육 딱 다치기 딱 좋아. 날씨가 찢어지기, 그지?
So even though these are only warm-up sets, it's really important that you warm up correctly. I've spoken about this so many different times when we're doing obviously these video clips for you guys and girls at home. You need to make sure that neurologically you're primed. You need to make sure you're mentally and physically and your movement patterns are in line with the exercise execution, so you're really loading and keeping that stress on your chest. Now, there are going to be secondary muscle groups which are going to come into play more so than anything else, especially with this movement, and pretty much all chest exercises, your shoulders are going to be creating stability. So your shoulders are going to be keeping that range of motion or that movement pattern, as more importantly, in line with the exercise. However, when you are warming up, make sure that you are not pre-exhausting yourself. Remember, you're priming yourself ready for your working sets. Come here. These shorts. One day he will look at this and say, "What was I wearing?" Jarvis, go into press.
됐어.
Good.
이제 자비스 이제 정리가 영어를 다 알아들어 버려.
Good set. Good. Wow. 5, 4, 1. Good. Squeeze. 2. Good set. Good. Squeeze. Push. 2, 3. Squeeze. Contract. Squeeze. Contract. Come on. Push. Good. We're going to have to be pretty quick on this. We're going to do unilateral, one at a time, okay? One will go in. As soon as you finish, next one, there's no time to think. It's bang. Because the problem is we'll be having too much rest otherwise. When I do this exercise, I like to shift and I like to be here, okay?
Okay.
So find your position. Find the position that you know you get the most stimulus within that chest, okay? And just focus on contract. I like to be holding on here because I find it gives me stability, which means I got more strength, but I'm not going to start shifting and then finding I'm pushing through my delts, okay? Got to really focus on squeeze contract now. Strong, good. I want us to focus on more unilateral exercises. You could do this exercise a conventional way, which is perfect. There's nothing wrong with this. So you could obviously load unilaterally and you can perform the exercise bilaterally, which is something I would normally do. The reason I'm not doing this in this case is because of an underlying shoulder issue. I find that I start shifting. So I find that even though I'm independently loaded unilaterally, evenly, as I go through the movement, because of the wear and tear in my right joint, I start to compensate and shift my skeleton structure to overcompensate, and I find then I start loading in my shoulder instead of staying loaded and isolating on my pec. Now you might say, well, what's the difference between doing this unilaterally one side at a time? Is because I can find my fixed position in my torso, my skeleton structure, where I find that I get no shoulder flexion, so I can protect that shoulder and stay completely isometrically loaded within each pectoral. Good. Keep working that.
이게 보면
Squeeze. Good.
내가 이렇게 뉴트럴로 이렇게 한 달씩 하는 거는 안 해봤거든 한 번도. 그래서 가만히 보면 그래. 등은 이렇게 우리 흔히 얘기하는 원암으로 하는 운동을 해봤는데 가슴은 그렇게 안 해봤거든. 근데 괜찮네. 왜냐면 이게 투암으로 하더라도 왼쪽이 조금 덜 먹는 느낌이 있고 오른쪽이 어떤 때는 덜 먹는 막 그런 느낌이 들 수도 있잖아. 근데 이거 딱 이거 하나만 하니까 대신에 이 지지할 때 운동 안 하는 쪽 반대팔을 정확하게 밀어줘야지 안 그러면 내 몸이 돌아가겠더라. 얘가 밀어지는 만큼 얘도 잘 지지를 해줘야 될 것 같아. 그거만 될 수 있으면 되게 좋은 운동인 것 같아.
People talk about progressive overload, where they're purely focusing on adding weight and adding weight. There's many variables that you can manipulate an efficient form of progressive overload. First of all, you could use the same weight, but you could slow down the negative, and you can perform obviously X amount of repetitions. You could focus on isometrically, really focusing on contraction, on that peak contraction phase. That's another form of progressive overload. You could add weight and add repetitions, and you could also manipulate your rest period. So instead of taking maybe 120 seconds, you reduce it down to 90 or 75 and 60, as long as you're able to hit that target rep range within that threshold that you're working on. So there's many different variables of progressive overload. Good. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Come on. Good.
Let's go, come on.
Drive. Good. Take the load. Push. Good. Is it me again?
No.
I was going to say. My turn. My turn. Work hard, come on. Big push. Good set. Ooh.
Come on.
Squeeze in, come on. Squeeze, contract. Squeeze, contract. Come on. Squeeze, contract. Good. Come on. Not that big.
아, 나 힘든데? 리우성님 기력이 아주 짱짱하죠. 확실히 드래곤에서랑 운동하는 거랑은 좀 분위기가 좀 다르지.
네네.
엄청 뭔가 정돈돼 있고 깔끔하고 보면은 시트 있잖아 지금.
네.
이것도 다 지금 여기 주문 제작이래. 커스텀으로. 뭔가 신기하게 생겼는데? 멋이 뭔가 신기하다. 기구가 최첨단 예민하게 생겼네.
Nice, right?
Yeah.
Perfect, right?
오, 좋은데?
Really nice machine, man.
오, 좀 쉬는데? 아, 근데 나 어제부터 이렇게 뼈다귀 잡고 먹고 싶냐?
兄弟，好了，兄弟，还是没什么玩意儿，我 ciao.
Chinese.
Yeah, 5 bites.
Five guys.
5 bites.
I said I want to eat Five Guys.
Oh, right, okay. I would never eat 5 guys, mate. No. Yeah, 5 women, yeah, but not 5 guys. Good.
와, 정국이 여기서 보니까 왔고 자살난다 여기서 보니까. 정말 수중생물 같지 않아? 잘 먹지 이거. 아, 네. 기구 관리 잘해놔 여기. 역시 프라이빗집은 달라. 만명에서 뭐. 센터가 넓으면 단점이 이거야. 물 들어가려면 한참 걸려.
My turn? Yeah?
Yeah.
한 턴이 빨라졌어.
Good. Come on. Nice machine, right? Nice machine. Yeah, really nice machine. Something like this.
오, 제로 투 엠버스드.
But you think, oh, he's cheating now. Do another 20 reps. Good. Good. Good push. One rep.
아까보다 더 많이 한 것 같은데.
사실 나도 이걸 쓰려고 갖고 왔거든. 근데 나 여기 와서 팔이 또 커졌나 봐. 이게 작아졌어 지금 갖고 온 사이즈가. 여러분 관절은 정말 멀쩡하고 아플 때 껴야 돼. 멀쩡하고 아플 때 껴야 돼. 다시 자르고. 멀쩡할 때 아껴야 돼. 아프고 나서 이거 차기 시작하나요? 좀 덜 아프다 뿐이지.
One rep, rest pause. One. Strong, strong, strong. Drive. Good, rest pause. Good. Good. Good push, come on. Come on. Drive, drive, drive. Drive, drive, drive. Good.
Type shit.
Come on. Good. Good. Squeeze, contract, come on. Good. Good. Get in the hole and then drive. Power, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Or 3 bodybuilders, or 4 bodybuilders, or 10 bodybuilders that you've seen whose upper chest is too big and their lower chest is too underdeveloped.
No.
I would never do decline work because I've never seen anybody who's got an underdeveloped lower pec. I would always focus on incline and midpoint. I would never do climb. I'm not saying that somebody who doesn't have a great chest development, I'm not saying that there's no benefits. I'm just saying that I feel that, especially on the latter stage of a workout, your mid to your upper pec is the area which is pre-fatigue more than anything. However, you've still got incredible lower pec engagement, right? So what I'm saying is you go onto a decline and you might think, okay, my lower pecs are gonna take the load. They're not. The stress is gonna go to the weakest area. So even though the movement pattern is lower pec dominant, it's still gonna hit that mid and maybe upper. So if you wanna do anything, I would do maybe 2 sets of pec deck.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, and that's it. Yeah, okay, cool. Travis?
Yes.
And then when you need to rest pause, rest pause. Okay.
Okay.
Whenever you do a pec deck, especially when it's heavy, don't start there and pull together. Okay, don't do that. The risk of injury is really high because you got more load from that beginning point and your central nervous system's not going to be ready, okay? So pull from one side. That is light then, okay?
Yeah, okay.
I'm locked in now, look, right? I'm locked in there, okay? But don't ever start there on both arms, guys. If you're going to tear, you might not feel the tear there, but you're more likely to tear there, and then obviously it will further disconnect throughout your movement.
끝. 일 아저씨는 지금 쉬하러 가셨어.
You finished? You finished here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna train you back tomorrow, right?
So we're going to do back tomorrow, guys. I'll have a think about tonight what we're going to do as far as movement patterns.
이제 또 이렇게 가슴 운동을 했고 또 이엘리가 지금 약간 혼돈의 카오스거든. 뭔가 이 혼돈의 카오스가 위기가 아니라 기회라고 생각을 하고 마인드셋을 그렇게 하고 준비를 해볼까 합니다. 열심히 해서 남은 기간 또 잘 준비해서 좋은 모습 보여드릴 수 있도록 하겠습니다. 감사합니다. 저희는 여기서 인사드리겠습니다. 안녕.